Good morning and welcome to today's edition of JoyNews Interactive with me, Mapita Sibidi. The show is live from digital address GA0992539 Kakamemle, Accra. And you can also watch the show on DSTV channel 421 and Go TV channel 144. On Facebook and Twitter, we are Joy News on TV. Now, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology broke into chaos yesterday after male students of the University Hall, popularly referred to as Katanga, protested against what they call oppression from school authorities. Since then, the school has been closed down indefinitely, and the students broke class doors and windows and leading to some lecture halls, while vehicles parked on campus were destroyed. Now, amidst the chaos, the breaking of the windows, the burning of tires, this is what happened. So, picture of protesters who seized a security man's banku pot. This picture got a lot of attention on our Facebook page. At that time of production, we had 943 shares, 410 comments, and 2.6 thousand reactions. We'll go to our Facebook later on the show to get your comments. So here, okay, so. All right, and so 943 shares, 410 comments, and 2.6 thousand reactions. We'll get you some of those comments there on our Facebook page later on in the show. So this is what happened. People are protesting. The security man is also busy with his banku, and the protesters seized his banku pot. We'll get you those comments shortly. Another thing that was happening, a picture that was trending, is of someone who allegedly stole the administrator's carpet. Let's see, we've got that picture in our system. Let's see if we can get that. Now, I mean, there's chaos, and you know, people were saying about this picture that this guy, he's a leader. He's thinking about the future. He took the carpet of the administrator. Let's see if we can get it onto our screens right now. All right, so here he is. He's just strolling. He's just like, I'm not doing anything about protesting. I'm not protesting. I'm taking the carpet. I might go sell it. I might put it in my room. But as for protesting, this is my form of protest. Let's see if we can get you visuals of what transpired yesterday and how social media was reporting. We gave you that yesterday, how social media was just reporting on all of this happening at the KNUST. All right, so let's bring you those visuals, and then I'll bring you the Facebook comments on that.
You will not call me again. This man go. Oh, really? You call me.
Now, those were some visuals from yesterday's KNUST demonstration. But like I said, I was bringing you the comments on our Facebook page about the protesters that seized the security man's Banku pot. Let's see if we can get those comments. So we posted on our Facebook page, JoyNews on TV. Let's see if we can go up. So we had 448 comments. Now from 943 shares to 1,037 shares with 2.9 thousand reactions. Let's take some of your comments there. So we've got some interesting comments. The first one from Jamal Dean Zakaria says, the security man no try at all. When tensions are high, you are stirring Banku. Alone, that comment got 258 reactions and 25 replies. You can go to our Facebook page to check that out. Adam Blessing says, ha 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 ha, I can't laugh. So the Banku is also oppressing the students. And Kweku Salom says, item 13, highly assured. Let's go down to Roland, who says, that security man must be an airman. All right, we don't joke with Bankula. Maunyu says the Banku needs to be seized because it will give energy for more brutality. Banku is now joining the demonstration because it has been abused by the security man. And Orbit entry says, resist oppressors rule. Hey, when did Banku become an oppressor? Emmanuel Kwe says, stop making jokes out of serious situations. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, as serious as it is, sometimes we need to look back and just, you know, have a little laugh. But let's go back to our Facebook page. You know, it's just a little laugh. We're not trivializing the situation, but we're just saying that there's a lighter side to everything. Go back to our Facebook page with Daron who says, arise GH youth and fight for your rights. Prince Asari Bidiako says, wow, look at this. Someone's last supper too, you have seized it. There was also a conversation going on Facebook that, you know what, maybe this was the security man's last supper, you know, or this was the only meal he had and he has seized it, you know. So unfortunate there for the security man, but there's another conversation that was happening on social media. I'm going to take a few more comments on that, but Andy Bama says, this is what we will be doing to our leaders. Their accumulated grievances has erupted. This was said by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And Joshua Adamte says, I swear we ain't stopped this and those fake politicians should get ready. Atab Watson James says, this is injustice. The Banku is innocent. And Abdul Mustafa says, good. The Banku will be used to paste the posters for the next demo. Good thought, lads. You guys will be fantastic finance ministers in the future. And Drama Boy Olin says, the security man, these students got a raging temper and you're there staring Banku. How dare he? And Bismarck Boating says, I can only blame that man whose nose is like acrobatos. And Blessed Brain says, on the more serious note, the Christian community and other religious leaders should pray more for Ghana. Okay, let me take Asante Walker, who says, we're trying to tell the school authority that we're not chickens. Frederick Dankwa says, those politicians and our leaders who have been chopping our monies, you people are next. And Kayla Cott says, Chale, it no be easy or kwe. Banku don't suffer for demo inside. Where pressure this? Boy, well, let me be going, yeah? And Nana Boachi says, if the maize used for the condo is from the school farm, why should only the security men enjoy the Banku? And the last one I'm going to take is from Stephen Achimpong, says, okra soup or pepper with tilapia. Boy is too smart to take only Banku. But wait, what has the Banku got to do with the demonstration? Oh, boys, bravo. I mean, as serious as the situation is at KNUST, we just thought to look at the lighter side of what's happening and what's been trending on our social media platforms. But now let's go to cybersecurity, where President Akufo-Addo calls on Ghanaians to be mindful of the dark side of cyber digitization.
While undertaking these measures to digitize our economy and improve our way of living, we're also mindful of the dark side of digitization. i.e. cyber crimes, cyber espionage, cyber war, and terrorism, amongst others. In recent times, we turn on our televisions only to hear news of accusations and counter-accusations being made by the world's most powerful countries against each other for one act of cyber infringement or another. Indeed, the ongoing investigation in the United States of America by Special Counsel Robert Mueller, investigating alleged meddling by Russia in the 2016 U.S. elections, is a case in point. These issues might seem to be far away from us, and we may feel insulated from them. But recently in Ghana, there have been cyber attacks on some of our banks, attacks which were followed by the vigilance of the banks and the security services. I was also told of an instructive story about a cyber attack on the IT infrastructure of Maersk, the world's largest container ship and supply vessel operator, by hackers who managed to deploy a ransomware called NotPetya. This malware, for 4 days, completely shut down the operations of the company because all of its computers, domain controllers, and network had been infected. Maersk's saving grace was, quote, one lone surviving domain controller in a remote office in Ghana, unquote. Apparently, according to reports, that one computer in Ghana, which was located in Tema, at the time of the cyber attack, was off because of power outage in the area.
President Akufo-Addo there. But meanwhile, the Minister of Communication, Ursula Owusu-Ekufo, has disclosed that only 10% of about 365 mobile money fraud cases monthly were investigated and prosecuted in the country. She blamed the low rate of prosecution on the use of fake identity cards by subscribers in registering their SIM cards. And as you know, here on JoyNews Interactive, we deal with what's on social media, and that's why we're asking and urging you to be aware of your social media surroundings. Like Spikey, our tech guy, was saying last week Wednesday on Tech Talk. He was saying that you don't always have to put your location on everywhere you go, because somebody might be tracking you, your wife, your husband might be tracking you, and if you don't want that, it's just best if you leave your location off. And it's also just be aware of what you post, where you post it, and how you post it. On that note, I'm going to take a quick breather. When we come back, we've got some very interesting things to talk about. Stay tuned. You're welcome back from that breather. You're still watching JoyNews Interactive with me, Mapisa Sivili. Now, before we took the break, we're talking about the lighter side of the KNUST demonstration, and we showed you some pictures that have been trending on all social media platforms. We also spoke about cyber digitization and President Akufo-Addo calling for Ghanaians to be mindful. high life legend Abrain Brock, and he's been on social media, in social media news for, others might say the wrong reasons, but let's check out why he's been trending. So he released these images of him and his wife, and a lot of people didn't take it lightly. They were just saying, but why would you show us pictures like that? Let's see if we can zoom in those pictures. Let's see if we can, you know, just open it up and say, okay, so semi-nude pictures. And social media was trolling him like nobody's business. But he came in to explain and says that he was sharing these pictures and because they were meant to portray Ghana's rich heritage in a tasty setting. The 66-year-old musician and his wife surprised some Ghanaians with their half-naked photos. The lovely couple released semi-nude photos of themselves hugging on social media. He received a lot of backlash on social media, but let's check out some of your comments on that one. He was trending, Ben Brock was trending, but Nana Harrison says, this photo is beautiful, true African, hashtag brave hearts. This one is from Osei Pokubeni, who says, 66 years and you are acting like this. And Nana Kwado says, ha 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 ha. Nicholas Benny comes in to respond to Osei Pokubeni. He says, why are Ghanaians too judgmental? Ghana is a small village in Africa. Learn to respect people's views and attitude. And Isaac says, tell him, what else do you need again? Kofi Obeng says, age is just a number indeed. This is quite unfortunate. I really enjoyed your music. And Nana Jama says, tasty session and pa. And Obeng Ketisia says, freedom of expression, which everyone is entitled to practice.